book, Virtue of Deeds, chapter, Stories of Sahaba. The Prophet Wasallam's journey to Taif for 9 years since his selection by Allah for his mission. Prophet Wasallam had been delivering the message of Allah in Mecca and making all-out efforts to guide and reform his community, who had either embraced Islam or who helped him though not accepting his creed. All the rest in Mecca left no stone unturned in persecuting and deriding him and his followers. His uncle Abu Talib was one of those good-hearted people who helped him in spite of his not entering into the fold of Islam. The following years, on the death of Abu Talib, the Qurayshi got a free hand and therefore accelerated their sinister pursuits without check and hindrance. At Taif, the second biggest town of Hijaz, there lived Banu Taif, a clan strong in number. The Prophet ﷺ left for Taif with the hope of winning them over the Islam, thus giving quarter to its Muslims from the persecution of the Qurayshi and also establishing a base for the future propagation of Islam. On reaching the Taif, he visited the three chieftains of the clan separately and placed before each of them the message of Allah and called upon them to stand by his Prophet's side. Instead of accepting his message, they refused even to listen to him. And notwithstanding the proverbial Arab hospitality, each of them treated him most contemptuously and rudely. They plainly told him that did not like his stay in their town. The Prophet ﷺ had accepted a civil, even a cordial treatment and due courtesy in speech for them as they were the heads of clan. But one of them sneered, "Hey, Allah has made you prophet." The other exclaimed with this, "Could Allah not lay his hand on anyone else beside you to making him his prophet?" The third one jibbed at him, "I do not want to talk to you, for if you are in fact a prophet, then to oppose you is to invite trouble. And if you only pretend to be one, why should I talk with you, an impostor?" The Prophet ﷺ, who was a rock of steadfastness and perseverance, did not lose heart over this check from the chieftains and tried to approach the common people, but nobody would listen to him. Instead, they asked him to clear off from their own town and go wherever else he liked. When he realized that further efforts were in vain, he decided to leave the town, but they would not let him depart in peace and sent the street urchins after him to hiss, to hoot, to jeer at, and to stone him. He was so much pelted at with stone that his whole body was covered with blood, and his shoes were clutched to his feet. He left the town in his woeful plight. When he was far out of the town and safe from the rebel, he prayed to Allah, "O my Allah, to thee I complained of feebleness, of my strength, of my lack of resources, and my being unimportant in the eyes of people. O most merciful of all those capable of showing mercy, thou art the Lord of weak, and thou art my own Lord. To whom art thou to entrust me? To an unsympathetic foe who would suddenly frown at me, or to an alien to whom thou hast given control over my affairs? Not in the least do I care for anything except that I may have thy protection for myself. I seek shelter in your light, the light which illuminates the heaven and dispels all sorts of darkness and which controls all affairs in this world and as well as in the hereafter. May it never be that I should incur thy wrath or that thou should be displeased with me. I must remove the cause of thy displeased. I must remove the cause of thy displeasure till thou art pleased. There is no strength nor power but through thee." The heaven were moved by the prayer, and Jibreel alayhi salam appeared before the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, greeting him with "Assalamu alaikum," and said, Allah knows all has passed between you and these people. He has deputed an angel in charge of the mountains to be at your command. Saying this, Jibreel alayhi salam answered the angel before the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The angel greeted the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, "O Prophet of Allah, I am at your service. If you wish, I can cause mountain overlooking this town on both sides to collide with each other, so that all the people therein would be crushed to death. Or you may suggest any other punishment for them." The merciful and noble Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Even if these people do not accept the Islam, I do hope from Allah that there will be a persons from among their progeny who would worship Allah and serve His cause. Behold the conducting of our noble Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whom we profess to follow. We get so much irritated over a little trouble or a mere abuse from somebody that we keep on torturing and taking our revenge throughout our lives in every possible manner. Does it become people who claim to follow the magnanimous Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Look, even after so much suffering at the hands of Taif mob, he neither curses them nor does he work for any revenge, even when he has the full opportunity to do